What happened to these stars, once rich and famous, now locked up and forgotten? From red carpets to prison cells, these 36 celebrities are still rotting in jail as of 2025. The reasons, shocking, dark and disturbing. You won't believe who's still behind bars. Amy Locane. Amy Locane, an actress remembered for her role in Melrose Place, with her beauty and talent impressing on screen, became entangled in a devastating traffic accident that caused the death of a woman and severely injured another while driving under the influence. From the glamorous screen, her life took a tragic turn, facing severe consequences from irresponsible choices. She was ordered to serve an 8-year prison sentence, a verdict that permanently linked her name with tragedy instead of entertainment glamour. Amy Locane's story is a painful reminder of the devastation that driving under the influence can cause, not only taking lives, but also destroying the life of the person who caused the accident, a costly lesson. Michael Jace. Michael Jace, widely known for his role as a police officer in The Shield, with a calm and trustworthy image on screen, personally ended his career and freedom with a serious, fatal act. In May 2014, at their Los Angeles home before the heartbreaking witness of their young children, he caused the death of his wife, an event that profoundly shook the entire United States. The incident shocked public opinion, revealing a dark side hidden beneath the glamorous appearance of a Hollywood star. After a tense trial, Michael Jace was sentenced to 40 years in prison, a lengthy sentence that sealed his future behind prison bars. From screen to prison, Jace's story is a heartbreaking tragedy, a warning about the unforeseen consequences of domestic violence and the collapse of a life. Joe Sun. Joe Sun, a face that once appeared in the hit Austin Powers series and was a promising MMA fighter, harbored a dark history few could imagine. His dazzling stage lights and promising athletic career were completely overshadowed when his DNA unexpectedly linked him to a horrifying violent group attack that shook public opinion in the 90s. A life sentence closed the door to freedom for someone who once stood at the pinnacle of glory, thrusting him into the permanent darkness of prison. However, Sun's story didn't end there. Even in the harsh incarceration environment, he continued to exhibit violent behavior, convicted once again for assaulting a fellow inmate, confirming that darkness and a criminal nature never truly let go. From the peak of his entertainment career, Joe Sun plunged straight into an inescapable abyss, forever confined by his own brutal actions, a clear and chilling reminder of the unavoidable consequences of choosing a path of crime. This countdown gets darker with every name revealed. Comment 1 if you're watching, and don't miss the shocking twists waiting at the very end. Skylar DeLeon. Skylar DeLeon, whose acting ambitions once led him to a small role in the legendary Power Rangers series, personally wrote a tragic script for his life, a tragedy culminating in a life sentence. DeLeon's crime was not only shocking but chilling. It was the terrifying incident related to the deaths of Tom and Jackie Hawkes, a retired couple cruelly deceived, exposing cunning and inhumanity. He and his accomplices orchestrated a boat trip filled with horror, restraining them, forcing them to sign over ownership of their yacht, then throwing them into the ocean while tied up and still alive, an unbelievably brutal act. This inhumane act permanently stripped Skylar of his freedom, thrusting him from lavish Hollywood dreams into the harsh darkness of a cramped prison cell with a life sentence. He stands as living proof of the destruction that greed and brutality can inflict upon a person. Danny Masterson. Danny Masterson, once a beloved star on That 70s Show, with his radiant smile and comedic talent capturing audiences' hearts, yet his life took a tragic turn when many courageous women came forward alleging serious misconduct involving multiple victims, shattering the beautiful image he had built. From an icon of humor and success, Masterson quickly became the focal point of a public trial that exposed horrifying secrets. Ultimately, he was convicted and received a sentence of 30 years to life, a catastrophic fall from the heights of fame into an abyss of infamy and prison bars. Masterson's story is clear proof that no halo is bright enough to obscure the long arm of justice, and every action has unavoidable consequences. Ryan Grantham. Ryan Grantham, a familiar face from the TV series Riverdale, with his gentle demeanor and promising acting talent, experienced a fall from actor to inmate that was both dramatic and tragic, shocking the entire world. He made a shocking confession about causing the death of his own mother, a confession that stunned and grieved the public. The court charged him with second-degree homicide, and after an emotional trial, Grantham received a life sentence with no possibility of parole for 14 years. From a young star with a wide-open future, Grantham is now confined in the darkness of a prison, a painful testament to the hidden tragedies behind Hollywood's dazzling lights, where misconduct ultimately faces the law's most severe punishment. War Machine Jonathan Koppenhaver. Jonathan Koppenhaver, famously known as War Machine in the MMA world, was once renowned for his ferocity and determination in the ring, an image that attracted a large fan base. Yet it was his violent acts outside the octagon that truly shocked the public and fatefully sealed his destiny. In a publicly shocking incident, War Machine was convicted of brutally assaulting his ex-girlfriend and another individual, exposing another dark facet behind his fighter's fame, a terrifying truth about human nature. The court sentenced him to life in prison, with the possibility of parole after 36 years, a haunting conclusion, a harsh warning of how fame and uncontrolled rage can collide, leading to irreversible, devastating consequences and a ruined life. Suge Knight. Suge Knight, the infamous co-founder of Death Row Records, had long been known as a formidable force in West Coast rap, shaping an era of powerful and influential music. However, Knight's life spiraled into uncontrolled chaos after he was involved in a fatal hit-and-run incident in 2015, an event that shocked the entertainment world. From a music mogul with unlimited power, he had to face justice and ultimately reached a plea deal, resulting in a 28-year prison sentence. Suge Knight's downfall is a tragic conclusion for a once immensely influential figure, exposing the dark side of power and the unforeseen consequences when life gets caught in a vortex of violence and the law, leading to the destruction of an empire. Elizabeth Holmes. Elizabeth Holmes, once hailed as a revolutionary in healthcare technology with her company Theranos, an ambitious and visionary young woman, became a symbol of failure and deception. With bold claims about groundbreaking blood testing capabilities, she attracted millions of dollars in investment from powerful figures and even the military. However, the dream shattered when Theranos' technology was exposed as non-existent, leading to her conviction for fraud and conspiracy for deceiving investors. From a celebrated female CEO, Elizabeth Holmes now faces a very different reality: prison bars. Her downfall was swift and dramatic, serving as a clear warning about the dangers of greed and lack of transparency in the tech industry. Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez was once a shining star on the NFL field, a promising player with a multi-million-dollar contract with the New England Patriots, expected to make sports history. Yet, behind the dazzling spotlight and peak performances, his life was enveloped by the darkness of violence and frightening ties to the underworld. Tragedy struck in June 2013 when the star was arrested in connection with the death of Odin Lloyd, a semi-professional player, an event that rocked the sports world and media. The confrontation with justice finally concluded with a life sentence without parole in April 2015, sealing the fate of a talent in his prime. Although later acquitted in another homicide case, Hernandez was found deceased in prison days later, leaving a haunting legacy of an expected star's irredeemable downfall, a heartbreaking tragedy of fame and sorrow. Corey Miller, C. Murder. Corey Miller, widely known by his stage name C. Murder, was a rapper whose lyrics reflected a dangerous world, but few imagined his real life would be so tragic and dark. In 2002, this hip-hop star was convicted of causing the death of a 16-year-old fan at a Louisiana nightclub, an event that profoundly shook the music and legal communities. Although he continuously denied the charges and received support from his family and public campaigns for justice, the courts upheld the original verdict, sealing his fate. With a life sentence, C. Murder's story forever remains a blight on hip-hop history, a chilling reminder of the fragile line between art and the irredeemable consequences of real-life violent acts as a star faced justice. Mel Hall. Mel Hall, once a talented and captivating Major League Baseball player, known for his powerful hits on the field, had a volatile and infamous post-retirement career. His life tragically veered off course when he was convicted on multiple charges related to inappropriate conduct with minors, stemming from years of misconduct while coaching children's basketball. From an icon on the field, Hall had to face justice and received a 45-year prison sentence, a steep price to pay for his actions, pushing him into permanent loss of freedom. Even those who once stood at the pinnacle of glory cannot escape the consequences of their actions, and the law is always fair to everyone, regardless of fame or brilliant past. Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, a powerful mogul who once dominated Hollywood, with the ability to turn every project into gold, saw his empire collapse under the weight of countless allegations of predatory behavior and serious misconduct. His illustrious fame was replaced by the image of a defendant facing justice, a tragic end for someone who once held absolute power. Charged with multiple serious offenses, Weinstein's downfall is a strong warning about accountability, marking a significant victory for the victims who courageously came forward. In 2020, he received a 23-year prison sentence in New York, and in 2022, he faced additional charges in Los Angeles, where he received another 16 years. From the heights of power, Weinstein is now living in the shadow of prison, clear proof that no one is above the law. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson, once an admired football star and actor with outstanding talent on the field and screen, saw his life take a dark turn in 1994 when his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman had their deaths violently caused. Although acquitted in the shocking criminal trial in 1995, Simpson was later found liable for their wrongful deaths in a civil trial in 1997. His fortunes continued to decline when in 2008 he was convicted of armed robbery and kidnapping in Las Vegas, serving 9 years in prison before being released in 2017. O.J. Simpson's story is a complex series of tragedies forever etched in the public memory as the downfall of an icon. Ian Watkins. Ian Watkins, the former lead singer of the rock band Lost Prophets, is now remembered not for his hit songs or vibrant performances, but for one of the most horrifying criminal cases in music history. He was convicted of multiple counts of criminal acts involving minors, including dark acts related to young victim, exposing a terrifying dark truth hidden behind the spotlight and fame. These chilling accusations profoundly shocked the public and permanently linked Watkins' name to depravity. The court sentenced him to 35 years in prison, a heavy sentence reflecting the severity of the crimes he committed. From a rock star adored by millions, Ian Watkins became a symbol of moral decay and living proof of how a life can be completely destroyed by unforgivable acts. Shannon Richardson. Shannon Richardson, a former TV actress who appeared in shows like The Walking Dead with an ordinary yet mysterious appearance, became infamous not for her roles, but for a horrifying real-life crime. She sent letters laced with ricin, a deadly biological toxin, to President Barack Obama and several other political figures, posing a serious threat to national security. From the small screen to the courtroom, Richardson was sentenced to 18 years in federal prison. Her story is a terrifying testament to how sometimes shocking and dangerous acts can originate from unexpected places, and legal consequences are always severe, regardless of celebrity status, warning of extreme acts that can lead to destruction. Mark Rogowski. Mark Rogowski, a skateboarding legend who was once an inspiration to many in the extreme sports world, with his masterful skills and unique style, shocked when his name became associated with a heinous crime. In 1991, he was convicted in an incident involving a severe assault and causing the death of Jessica Bergston, an event that haunted for many years. From spectacular performances on his skateboard, Rogowski confessed to his actions, leading to a conviction for first-degree murder and a 31-year prison sentence. The life of a former hero plunged into an inescapable abyss, a bitter reminder of the fragility of fame and how wrong choices can permanently alter life's trajectory, moving a star from light to the darkness of prison. R. Kelly. R. Kelly, who was once honored as the king of R&B with global hit songs, creating an entire music empire, has now become one of the most disgraced figures in music history. Behind his captivating melodies was a decades-long network of criminal behavior. exploiting his fame and power to manipulate and control young fans, exposing a dark truth. He was convicted of leading an organized criminal enterprise that committed many serious wrongdoings. The court sentenced R. Kelly to 30 years in federal prison, a sentence marking the complete downfall of a music icon. His story is a powerful warning about the corruption of power and the serious consequences when trust is exploited for nefarious purposes, leaving an indelible stain. Were you shocked to discover the full extent of R. Kelly's crimes, yes or no? Comment yes if this revelation stunned you, or no if you already knew the dark truth. Dave Meggett. Dave Meggett, once an NFL Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion, with exceptional speed and strength on the field, saw his promising football career collapse under the weight of serious criminal allegations. His life took a dark turn when he was convicted of multiple violent charges involving serious misconduct against women, sparking outrage across the community. From the glamorous field to the courtroom, Meggett received a 30-year prison sentence, a steep price to pay for his actions, costing him his freedom and fame. His story is a heartbreaking testament to how even those at the pinnacle of professional success are not immune to the law, and real-life wrong choices can strip away all the fame and freedom built. Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic, the eccentric and flamboyant star of the hit series Tiger King, with his unique style and exotic animals, became infamous not just for his tigers, but for something far more abhorrent. He was convicted of conspiring to hire a hitman to cause the death of animal rights activist Carole Baskin, along with committing horrific animal abuse at his zoo, an act that sparked global outrage. From a colorful zoo owner on screen, Joe Exotic was sentenced to 21 years in prison, a sentence that permanently locked him behind bars. Joe's story is a vivid testament to ethical boundaries crossed and the serious consequences when ambition and hatred lead to crime, transforming an entertainer into a convicted criminal. Josh Duggar. Josh Duggar, formerly a star of the reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting, with an image of a large and devout family, became the focus of a national scandal when he was arrested on charges related to possession of unlawful digital content involving young individuals. From a revered symbol of family and faith, Duggar exposed a dark side no one expected, profoundly shocking fans and the public. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 12 years in federal prison, a heavy sentence that locked his future behind bars. Josh Duggar's downfall is a painful reminder of the complexity of human nature and how misconduct, however hidden, ultimately faces justice and severe inescapable consequences. Darren Sharper. Darren Sharper, once a renowned NFL safety with a brilliant athletic career and widely known, held a firm place in fans' hearts. However, his life took a dark turn when his name became associated with a series of abhorrent crimes. He was convicted of multiple charges involving the use of substances to incapacitate victims and engage in criminal behavior against women, a series of acts that shocked and horrified the public. From a sports hero, Sharper faced justice in 2016 and received a 20-year prison sentence. Darren Sharper's downfall is a heartbreaking story of how a successful athlete can lose everything, and a strong warning about the danger of abusing power and status for unforgivable acts destroying a life. Tammy Sytch. Tammy Sytch, once hailed as the original WWE diva with the nickname Sunny and Radiant Beauty, saw her illustrious fame dissolve into tragedy and disgrace. Her life took a dark turn when she was convicted of DUI manslaughter after causing a car accident that claimed the life of an innocent 75-year-old man. From the stage lights and wrestling ring, Sytch was sentenced to 17 years in prison, followed by 8 years of probation, a heavy sentence that permanently changed her life. This is a heartbreaking outcome for an entertainment icon, a stark reminder that irresponsible choices can bring devastating consequences, not only for oneself but also for other innocent people, leaving an irreparable pain. Jared Fogle. Jared Fogle, once the face of a famous sandwich chain and an inspiring story of extraordinary weight loss, shocked the entire world when he was arrested for engaging in illegal acts involving minors and distributing harmful materials. From an embodiment of health and willpower, Fogle revealed a dark and terrifying side, shattering the trust of millions of fans. The court sentenced him to 15 years in prison, a sentence that permanently erased his positive image and buried his career behind prison bars. Jared Fogel's story is a painful testament to the betrayal of public trust and the unavoidable consequences when a celebrity falls into abhorrent criminal acts. Paul Gadd, Gary Glitter. Paul Gadd, better known by his stage name Gary Glitter, was once a highly influential glam rock star with millions of fans worldwide, known for his unique style and catchy music. However, behind the glamour lay a horrifying darkness, as he was convicted multiple times in various countries for crimes involving minors, exposing a chilling, dark truth. In 2015, he was sentenced to 16 years in prison in the UK, a heavy sentence that completely ended his career and permanently linked his name to unforgivable crimes. From a music idol, Gary Glitter became a symbol of moral decay, a chilling warning about the abuse of trust and the permanent scars it leaves on society. Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg, renowned for his later successful acting and music career with the image of an action star and rapper, had a difficult childhood and a history of criminal involvement, including drug dealing and violent assaults. Before becoming a Hollywood star at age 16 in 1988, he attacked two Vietnamese men in an incident described as racially motivated, a blemish on his past. Wahlberg was charged with attempted homicide but later pleaded guilty to aggravated assault and served 45 days of a 2-year prison sentence. Mark Wahlberg's story is a rare testament to how a person can overcome a past full of mistakes and rebuild their life, though the dark stains in his history will forever remain an undeniable part, demonstrating atonement. Nathaniel Glover, Kid Creole. Nathaniel Glover, also known as Kid Creole, once a hip-hop pioneer and a founding member of the legendary Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, an influential figure in street music. Yet his life tragically and violently unraveled when he caused the death of a homeless man on the streets of Manhattan, an act that shocked the community. From stages glittering with lights and fervent performances, Glover had to face justice and received a 16-year prison sentence followed by 5 years of probation. Kid Creole's story is a stark contrast between past glory and harsh reality, demonstrating that even those who once shaped a music genre cannot escape the consequences of committing serious criminal acts outside the law. Jerry Harris. Jerry Harris, known for his radiant smile and positive energy on Netflix's Cheer, a cheerleading leader who inspired many, shocked fans when he was arrested for illegal contact and communication with minors online. The image of a positive energy spreader shattered, revealing an unexpected and heartbreaking dark secret, causing deep disappointment. In 2022, he was sentenced to 12 years in prison, a sentence that ended his rising career and confined him in darkness. Jerry Harris's story is a tragic example of how a celebrity can lose all trust and career due to unethical acts, and a warning about the dangers of the online world without strict control. Austin Jones. Austin Jones, once a popular YouTube musician with songs that attracted a large young fan base, single-handedly destroyed his career and life with unforgivable acts. He was convicted of inappropriate online behavior with minor fans, exploiting their admiration to manipulate them into sending him illegal images and inappropriate content, a reprehensible act. From a beloved content creator, Jones was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. Austin Jones's downfall is a chilling testament to the dark side of the online world and the potential danger when influential individuals abuse their power, leaving indelible scars on innocent victims and the community's trust. Jen Shah. Jen Shah, star of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, once a symbol of wealth and luxury, with a life full of parties and designer goods, shocked when she was convicted of orchestrating a large-scale telemarketing fraud scheme, targeting the elderly and vulnerable victims. From lavish parties and an unlimited life on reality television, Shah had to face justice. After pleading guilty, she was sentenced to 6.5 years in federal prison, a sentence that permanently altered her life and reputation. Jen Shah's downfall is a heartbreaking story of greed and deception, a reminder that money and fame cannot conceal crime, and every fraudulent act carries a high price under the law. Love this video? Show some love with a like and a subscribe. Hate it? A like would still be awesome, and your feedback in the comments will help me improve. Allison Mack. Alison Mack, an actress once a beloved star of the TV series Smallville, with talent and a charming smile, shocked the entertainment world when she was arrested in connection with a controversial self-help organization, later exposed as a dangerous criminal cult. From a youth idol, Mack fell into the vortex of a shocking scandal, exposing a terrifying dark side of the entertainment industry. Ultimately, she was sentenced to 3 years in prison, a sentence that completely overshadowed her career and public image. Alison Mack's story is a warning about the dangers of manipulative cults and how celebrities can be drawn into wrongdoing, leading to serious and irreversible consequences, destroying a life. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, once dubbed America's dad and an icon of humor and family through his legendary television career, was accused by numerous women of serious misconduct, shattering an image built over decades. After a retrial in 2018, he was convicted of 3 counts of felony-level criminal behavior involving multiple victims, shocking the world. The court sentenced him to 3 to 10 years in prison. Although he was later released in 2021 due to a procedural ruling, Cosby's reputation was permanently damaged, becoming a painful example of how power can be abused and how hidden truths can ultimately destroy even the most celebrated public figures. Roman Polanski. Roman Polanski, the world-renowned Polish-French film director known for his profound and artistic cinematic works, faced a serious legal accusation in 1977 involving a 13-year-old girl, Samantha Geimer. The case centered on allegations of inappropriate conduct and unlawful behavior with a minor, which severely impacted his career and public standing. Before his sentencing hearing in 1978, Polanski fled the United States to France, where he has remained ever since, continuing his work in cinema while living in legal exile as a fugitive from the U.S. justice system. Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur, the legendary rapper who left an indelible mark on music history with meaningful lyrics and a vibrant life, also had a turbulent legal past. In 1994, he was shot 5 times in a robbery, an event that almost claimed his life. In 1995, Tupac was convicted in a serious case involving allegations of inappropriate behavior in a case where a woman accused him of assaulting her in a hotel room. He was sentenced to 1.5 to 4.5 years in prison, but served only 9 months before being released on bail. However, tragedy ultimately struck when Tupac was shot multiple times in a fatal incident in Las Vegas in September 1996 and passed away 6 days later at the age of 25. The incident that caused his death remains unresolved, turning Tupac's life into a legend full of mystery and sorrow. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, the boxing legend nicknamed the baddest man on the planet, and whose iron fists made history, had a troubled childhood and numerous brushes with the law. Despite reaching the pinnacle of glory in his boxing career, his life outside the ring was fraught with turmoil and poor choices. In 1992, he was convicted in a case involving a serious allegation of misconductal act involving 18-year-old Desiree Washington. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison and served nearly 3 years before being released in 1995. Mike Tyson's life is a complex testament to a great athletic talent who struggled with deep personal issues and severe consequences from his actions, showing that glamour cannot shield one from the punishment of justice. George Clooney. George Clooney, the charming actor and producer who once made millions of hearts flutter with his dashing looks and talent, experienced a severe bout of meningitis. This was a silent life-or-death battle that very few of his fans knew about. A horrific moment that tested his endurance to the absolute limit. Though he overcame it and continued his illustrious career, that near-death experience left deep imprints, a grim reminder that even the most famous are not immune to life-threatening illnesses. Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, the seasoned actor with a deep voice and majestic demeanor, always seemed the embodiment of strength and composure. However, behind that facade lies a relentless battle with fibromyalgia, a common chronic pain condition that has plagued him for years. This illness originated from nerve damage in his left hand after a horrific car accident in 2008, causing him to endure intense pain, especially in his arm, and frequently requiring him to wear a compression glove to wrestle with the unrelenting discomfort. Despite facing enormous physical challenges, he bravely continues his acting career, but the tragedy hidden behind his calm exterior is an invisible burden that few are aware of. Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas, the acclaimed actor and producer, has publicly shared his protracted battle with throat cancer. This was not just a personal fight, but a difficult public journey, as the disease left its mark on his life and career, forcing him to confront fear and vulnerability before the public. Though he overcame the illness, the after effects and lingering hauntings remain, transforming him into a symbol of resilience, but also a heart-rending testament to the devastation of illness. Jack Nicholson. Film icon Jack Nicholson, with his piercing gaze and mysterious smile that once captivated millions, has almost completely withdrawn from public life in recent years. His mysterious disappearance from public events has raised deep concerns, and alarming reports suggest he is battling memory loss and possibly dementia, with some sources even claiming it's Alzheimer's disease. A once great talent, now living in seclusion, avoiding cameras, is a heartbreaking reminder of the inevitable ravages of time and illness, pushing a legend into the shadows of oblivion. This countdown gets wilder with every reveal. Comment 1 to let us know you're here, and don't miss the full transformation by staying till the very end. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, the great American actor beloved for his diverse roles and golden personality, lives with type 2 diabetes. Although he always maintains a healthy and energetic appearance, this chronic disease secretly lurks, requiring strict control and a disciplined lifestyle. For a star constantly busy with a packed schedule, managing a chronic illness is no small challenge, an invisible burden he carries everywhere at all times, showing that even the most admired are not immune to everyday health problems. Celine Dion. Celine Dion, the angelic singer whose captivating voice conquered millions of hearts worldwide, was diagnosed with stiff person syndrome, SPS, a rare and exceptionally devastating neurological condition. This disease is gradually robbing her of her ability to perform and even the voice that made her famous, transforming a stage queen into someone who struggles with every movement and every note. The physical and mental pain she endures is immense, a heartbreaking tragedy for a talented artist slowly losing her most precious gift. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones, the talented actress with captivating beauty and expressive eyes, revealed in 2011 that she suffers from bipolar II disorder, a silent battle with severe mood swings and deep depressive episodes. After challenging family upheavals, she bravely sought treatment and openly shared her journey, yet the pain of this psychological illness remains an invisible burden, a shackle she must carry daily. Though she strives to reduce stigma and encourage others to seek help, the disease constantly lurks, threatening the peace within the soul of a star who seemingly... Bruce Willis. Legendary action star Bruce Willis, who thrilled audiences with his daring stunts in the Die Hard series, shocked the world when his family announced his diagnosis of aphasia in 2022, a condition severely affecting his cognitive and communication abilities. The tragedy didn't end there. In 2023, his condition progressed to frontotemporal dementia, FTD, a cruel disease that is gradually stealing his memories and ability to interact. These horrifying health issues forced him to retire from acting, leaving immeasurable regret for millions of fans, a deeply tragic end to an illustrious career. Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine with bulging muscles and explosive energy on screen, has suffered from skin cancer multiple times. Each recurrence is a painful reminder of the persistent and ever-looming danger, showing that even the most admired stars with strong exteriors cannot escape life-threatening diseases. The surgeries and treatments have left scars, not just on his body, but also in his soul, transforming an action hero into a silent warrior against the cruel disease. Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez, once a teenage star, has publicly shared her harsh battle with lupus, a devastating autoimmune disease that has caused many serious complications. To survive, she had to undergo a risky kidney transplant in 2017. With the organ donated by her close friend Francia Raisa, a touching yet haunting tale of health's fragility. Beyond the physical toll, she also struggles with severe anxiety and depression, revealing the dual mental burden she carries. Though she bravely shares her health journey, her unending struggles remain a hidden tragedy behind the strong facade of a young woman facing so much pain. Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox, the icon of the Back to the Future series, with a radiant smile and optimistic spirit, was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1991 at just 29 years old, a thunderclap that completely altered his life. He publicly disclosed his condition in 1998 and has since become a leading advocate for Parkinson's research through his Michael J. Fox Foundation. Though he has inspired millions with his optimism and dedication to finding a cure, his life remains a relentless struggle with the cruel disease that is gradually robbing him of his flexibility and bodily control, transforming a dynamic star into a ceaseless warrior against illness. Had it all. Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian, the reality TV personality and billionaire entrepreneur with a flawless image and luxurious life, has openly shared her painful experience with psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis. This is a daily battle with physical pain and body image issues, shattering the perfect persona she built. Despite her wealth and fame, she still endures itchiness, peeling skin, and chronic joint pain, showing that illness spares no one, not even those who seem to have it all. Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, the legendary Prince of Darkness of rock music, has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a challenging and body-altering journey he faces in his twilight years. This disease has severely impacted his mobility and voice, transforming an icon of rebellion and energy into someone who struggles with every gesture. Nevertheless, he bravely confronts his illness and openly shares his ongoing health journey, becoming a vivid testament to the harshness of time and illness. Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant, the British actor with a charming smile and elegant demeanor, has shared his painful experience with skin cancer and the importance of early detection. His story is a warning born from his own suffering, demonstrating that the devastation of this disease can strike at any moment, even for celebrities. Though he has overcome the illness, the fear and scars remain, transforming him into someone who has endured a life-or-death battle and returned to warn others about the importance of healthcare. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, the versatile actor with a unique and sometimes wild acting style, has publicly lived with bipolar disorder. He has used his platform to raise mental health awareness, unmasking the hidden burden behind his eccentric roles and tumultuous life. This disease has profoundly affected his life and career, bringing extreme emotional highs and lows, transforming an outstanding talent into someone who must constantly wrestle with his own mind. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, the talented yet troubled actor famous for his role in 2.5 Men, publicly revealed his HIV-positive status in 2015, a shocking truth that completely changed his tumultuous life and career. He stated he had been diagnosed 4 years prior, and since his disclosure, Sheen has become an advocate for HIV awareness and treatment, participating in clinical trials and promoting safe practices. Despite his efforts to atone and become an important voice, the disease remains an indelible, tragic mark, a heartbreaking reminder of the consequences of a reckless lifestyle and the ruthlessness of a century-old illness. Ian McKellen. Ian McKellen, the actor famous for his powerful portrayal of Gandalf the Wizard in The Lord of the Rings, has publicly acknowledged his prostate cancer diagnosis. This is a common yet concerning disease that spares no one, not even those considered immortal on screen. Though he continues to manage his condition with strength and grace, the truth of this silent battle is a painful reminder of health's fragility, a hidden burden behind the sagely facade of a great wizard. Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson, the talented actor with a strong demeanor and profound acting range, is rumored to have dealt with cancer. Although details are kept private, this information reveals the silent battles of stars hidden from the spotlight. Even if they are heroes on screen, their everyday lives still face unavoidable tragedies, pains they choose to keep to themselves, leaving fans with curiosity and regret. Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda, the iconic actress and activist with timeless beauty and an unrelenting spirit, has publicly shared her journey with non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Fortunately, she is now in remission, demonstrating the incredible resilience of an icon who has lived every moment to the fullest. However, the battle with this disease is a heartbreaking reminder of health's fragility, even for those who have led extraordinary and vibrant lives, showing that illness spares no one regardless of fame or age. Venus Williams. Venus Williams, the world-class professional tennis player, lives with Sjogren's syndrome, an autoimmune condition that has severely impacted her elite athletic career. This disease causes chronic fatigue and joint pain, forcing an athlete who thrives on physical prowess to struggle with physical limitations. Nevertheless, she bravely continues her career, becoming a symbol of perseverance and extraordinary willpower. But the pain and exhaustion remain an invisible burden she must carry on every step of her conquering journey. Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates, the Oscar-winning actress renowned for her exceptional versatility in every role, has faced horrific health challenges that few are aware of. Her first battle was with ovarian cancer in 2003, followed by breast cancer in 2012, leading to a double mastectomy, a painful and haunting experience. The tragedy didn't stop there. After the surgeries, she developed lymphedema, a chronic swelling condition causing relentless pain, making her life full of hardship. Though she has become an advocate for lymphedema awareness, striving to educate the public and support those affected, her journey battling illness is a heart-rending testament to the cruelties of fate, even for celebrities. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller, the comedic actor and producer known for his laughter-inducing roles, has openly discussed his past battle with prostate cancer. This is a fortunate story of overcoming illness, as he detected and treated it in time and is now in recovery. Nevertheless, the near-death experience completely changed his outlook on life, transforming a funny artist into someone with a deep understanding of the value of health and life's fragility, a reminder that illness can strike at any moment. Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges, the Oscar-winning actor known as the Dude from The Big Lebowski, worried fans when he was diagnosed with lymphoma. This was a journey full of anxiety and challenges, but fortunately, he is now in remission. His story is a testament to resilience and an optimistic spirit, a miracle in life. Though he has overcome the most difficult phase, the haunting memory of the disease remains, transforming him into a symbol of hope and perseverance in the battle with illness. Tim Curry. English actor Tim Curry, who defined the legendary role of Dr. Frank-N-Furter in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, was once an icon of flamboyance and explosive energy on screen. But tragedy struck in 2012 when a massive stroke unexpectedly attacked him, significantly robbing him of his motor skills and confining him to a wheelchair. Despite suffering lasting effects on his voice and mobility, the image of this once monumental figure, now limited to a wheelchair, remains a haunting obsession for fans. He bravely continues to appear publicly and participate in voiceover projects, but his frail shadow will forever be a heartbreaking reminder of the cruel devastation of illness. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, the Top Gun star with a handsome appearance and masculine voice, was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2015, shocking fans. Devastating treatments, including chemotherapy and a tracheostomy, severely affected his voice and breathing, transforming an actor who once thrived on his voice into one who struggles with every word. Despite these immense challenges, Kilmer bravely continues to work in the industry, even using AI technology to recreate his voice for recent projects. But this heart-wrenching transformation is an undeniable tragedy, a testament to the merciless ravages of the cruel disease. Michael C. Hall. Michael C. Hall, the actor famous for his haunting portrayal of Dexter Morgan, is a survivor of lymphoma. This is a dramatic survival story, as he faced near death and harsh treatments. That near-fatal experience completely changed his outlook on life, transforming him into someone who appreciates every moment and lives with a new sense of purpose. Though he has returned to acting and music, the haunting memory of the disease remains, etching invisible scars in his soul. Selma Blair. Selma Blair, the brave and beautiful actress, publicly disclosed her multiple sclerosis, MS diagnosis in 2018, a chronic disease affecting the central nervous system and causing horrific symptoms like fatigue, pain, and mobility difficulties. She shared the relentless physical pain and dystonia she endures every single day. Her life has been completely upended by this disease, yet she bravely uses her platform to raise awareness and advocate for those living with it. Though she sometimes struggles to walk and speak, her courage and honesty have touched millions of hearts, becoming a symbol of resilience in the unending battle with illness. Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart, the actress with a unique style and melancholic eyes, has openly spoken about her experience with anxiety. This is a psychological burden that many celebrities face, unmasking the truth about the pressures of fame and public scrutiny. Though she's become an advocate for mental health awareness, her battle with anxiety is a silent war, forcing her to grapple with fears and insecurities within her soul. A star who seemed to have it all yet carries invisible, unshareable pain within her. Sam Neill. Sam Neill, the New Zealand actor famous for his role in Jurassic Park, revealed in March 2023 that he's undergoing treatment for stage 3 angioimmunoblastic T-cell lymphoma, a rare and extremely dangerous blood cancer. After chemotherapy proved ineffective, he was given a new anti-cancer drug, leading to a remission lasting over a year, a fragile glimmer of hope. Though he powerfully declared, "I'm not afraid to die." His journey battling this disease is arduous, and his remission is solely due to a risky new drug, a grim reminder that even the strongest cannot escape the grasp of illness. Hugh Laurie. Hugh Laurie, the British actor famous for his talented and detached portrayal of Dr. House, is managing type 1 diabetes. This is a chronic disease requiring strict, lifelong control, much like a real patient in his show. Despite his calm and intelligent demeanor, his life is a silent battle with the disease, demanding discipline and constant attention to his health. A great actor who embodied a doctor now faces the grim reality of illness in his everyday life. Christina Applegate. Christina Applegate, the talented and beautiful actress who previously survived a battle with breast cancer, now faces a new tragedy: multiple sclerosis. This is a double battle with health, making her life rife with tragedy and relentless challenges. MS has severely impacted her mobility and daily life, transforming a dynamic woman into someone who struggles with every movement. Nevertheless, she bravely confronts her illness, becoming a symbol of perseverance and an unending fighting spirit. Alan Alda. Alan Alda, the Emmy-winning actor with a gentle smile and warm demeanor, has publicly shared that he lives with Parkinson's disease. This is a major challenge in his twilight years, as the disease gradually robs him of flexibility and bodily control, making his life no longer as it once was. Though still active in public life and maintaining an optimistic spirit, the shadow of the disease is ever present, transforming a talented star into someone who struggles daily with his body's limitations. A painful reminder of the cruelties of old age and illness. Sarah Hyland. Sarah Hyland, the actress born with kidney dysplasia, has undergone a painful medical journey since childhood. She has had to endure multiple risky organ transplants to survive, a battle for every breath from a very young age. Despite facing continuous surgeries and treatments, she remains resilient and outspoken about chronic illness awareness. Her story is a heartbreaking testament to the cruelties of fate, but also a powerful affirmation of the will to live and an unrelenting optimistic spirit. Are you shocked or heartbroken to discover what these stars are going through? Comment yes if it surprised you, or no if you already knew, and tell us which story hit you the hardest below. Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne, the pop-punk princess with a rebellious style and powerful voice, battled Lyme disease, a lingering illness that caused her to vanish from the spotlight for a long time, seemingly ending her career. This disease caused severe debilitating symptoms, forcing her to struggle with relentless fatigue and pain. Though she has returned strong and uses her platform to support others facing similar health challenges, the haunting memory of the disease remains, transforming a dynamic star into a silent warrior against a mysterious illness. Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, the great former US president, is currently receiving hospice care, having previously been treated for cancer. His life is a testament to dedication and compassion, but the onset of illness serves as a heartbreaking reminder of health's fragility, regardless of position or power. Though he lived an extraordinary and honored life, his final journey is a tragedy of old age and illness, showing that no one can escape nature's harsh laws. Shannon Doherty. Shannon Doherty, the actress known for her distinctive roles, is currently facing stage 4 breast cancer. This is a fierce and tearful, unending battle, forcing her to grapple daily with death. Though she has shared her story with strength and honesty, the physical and mental pain she endures is immense, transforming a talented star into a ceaseless warrior fighting a disease that is gradually stealing her life, a deeply haunting tragedy. Jason Isaacs. Jason Isaacs, the actor famous for his villainous role as Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter, has revealed he is a survivor of male breast cancer. This is a rare yet equally devastating disease that has haunted his life and forced him to confront the fear of death. He has used his story to break stigma and support others, but the haunting memory of the disease remains, transforming a talented actor into someone who has endured a life-or-death battle and returned to spread a message of courage and awareness. Bret Michaels. Bret Michaels, the legendary musician with long hair and a signature rock style, has lived with type 1 diabetes since childhood. His life has been a series of risks and illnesses, as he also survived a horrific brain hemorrhage. Nevertheless, he continues to tour and raise awareness about diabetes, demonstrating an extraordinary, unyielding will. A seemingly immortal rock star, yet he struggles daily with cruel diseases, a testament to health's fragility even for those with a devil-may-care demeanor. Emilia Clarke. Emilia Clarke, the beautiful and strong mother of dragons in Game of Thrones, miraculously survived 2 brain aneurysms. Those were near-death moments that changed her life forever, leaving invisible scars on her soul and body. Though she has become an advocate for brain injury awareness and bravely shared her story, the fear of imminent death always lingers, transforming a talented actress into a warrior who crossed the threshold of life and death, carrying unhealing emotional wounds. Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton, the Grammy-winning singer with a powerful voice, lives with systemic lupus erythematosus, SLE, a complex autoimmune condition that has severely impacted her health and music career. This disease causes inflammation in multiple body organs, forcing her to struggle with chronic pain and debilitating fatigue. Although she manages her condition while performing, the physical and mental pain is always present, transforming a talented diva into someone who must relentlessly fight an invisible yet devastating illness. John C. McGinley. John C. McGinley, the actor who has publicly shared that he lives with multiple sclerosis, a progressive neurological disease that is gradually robbing him of his bodily control. Though he continues to work while raising awareness about the condition, his life is a silent battle with physical limitations and relentless pain. A talented actor known for his comedic roles now faces the grim reality of a disease that is slowly transforming him into a dependent person, a heart-rending tragedy of illness's devastation. Linda Ronstadt. Linda Ronstadt, the legendary singer with a clear and emotional voice, shocked fans when she announced in 2013 that she could no longer sing due to Parkinson's disease, a cruel ailment. This progressive neurological condition severely affected her movement and coordination, ultimately robbing her of the ability to sing that made her famous. However, some sources indicate she was diagnosed with progressive supranuclear palsy, PSP, a rare neurological condition also impacting singing. Regardless of the disease, it stole the voice that once captivated so many hearts, transforming a music queen into someone who must grapple with silence and the inevitable changes of her body. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Ali MacGraw. Ali MacGraw, the former beauty icon most famous for her role in Love Story, now lives with Parkinson's disease. This is a major challenge in old age, as the disease gradually robs her of her grace and mobility, forcing her to confront her body's unfathomable decline. A woman who was once an epitome of beauty and elegance now struggles with physical limitations, a heartbreaking reminder of the cruelties of time and illness that have taken so much from an icon. Gary Busey. Gary Busey, the distinctive actor with a unique style, has suffered long-term consequences from a severe head injury due to a horrific accident. This accident heavily impacted his life and behavior, making him appear strange and pitiable to the public. Though he continues to interact with fans and media, the shadow of physical and mental devastation is ever present, transforming a talented actor into someone who must grapple with the irreversible aftermath of a terrifying ordeal. Jack Osbourne. Jack Osbourne, son of the legendary Ozzy Osbourne, faced a major shock when diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at age 20, a chronic disease striking at the prime of his life, completely upending his world. Though very young, he has become a voice for awareness and support for others facing similar circumstances. His life is a relentless battle with the disease, requiring immense courage and extraordinary optimism, a painful tragedy for a young man full of ambition who suddenly had to bear the burden of illness. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, the charismatic and outspoken talk show host, has faced numerous horrific health issues, including Graves' disease and lymphedema. The pinnacle of tragedy was her early-onset dementia diagnosis in 2023, leading to significant cognitive decline and forcing her under legal guardianship since 2022, withdrawing from the public in heartbreaking despair. Other sources also note she lives with aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, FTD, diseases that have robbed her of her ability to communicate and think. The life of a star who once dominated television waves is now shrouded in the darkness of illness, a painful and deeply regrettable outcome. Montel Williams. Montel Williams, the renowned TV host known for his inspiring ability, was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 1999. This diagnosis completely changed his life, forcing him to live with illness and physical limitations. Since then, he has become a devoted advocate for MS awareness, using his voice to help others. Nevertheless, the battle with the disease remains an invisible burden he must carry, transforming an inspiring icon into a silent warrior against illness. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, the multi-talented entertainer with explosive energy and an illustrious career, lives with lupus nephritis, an autoimmune condition affecting the kidneys. This is a silent battle with a complex and dangerous disease, requiring continuous medical care and lifestyle changes. Though he frequently uses his platform to educate others about this illness, the physical pain and health anxieties are always present, transforming a vibrant star into someone who must struggle with his body's limitations. Jamie Lynn Sigler. Jamie Lynn Sigler, the actress and singer who was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at a very young age, a tragedy striking too soon, leaving her to face an uncertain future. Though the disease has severely impacted her life and career, she continues to thrive in her creative endeavors, becoming a symbol of resilience. The battle with MS is an arduous journey, but she bravely confronted it and transformed her pain into motivation, becoming an inspiration for others in similar circumstances. Lena Dunham. Lena Dunham, the talented writer, actress and director, has been outspoken about living with endometriosis and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a series of conditions causing chronic pain and incessant difficulties in life. She has highlighted issues of chronic pain and women's health, unmasking the horrific burdens many endure. Her story is a heart-rending testament to the cruelties of illness, transforming a talented young woman into a ceaseless warrior fighting physical and mental pain. These stars went from fame to infamy, trading movie sets and stadiums for prison bars and locked doors. Their stories are chilling reminders that no amount of fortune or fame can escape the weight of justice. But Hollywood hides even darker secrets. Want more shocking revelations? Hit like, subscribe to Iconic Inside, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next unbelievable twist. And don't forget, our other videos are packed with more jaw-dropping tales you won't believe.